Okay, so the idea of Zebetite Skip is the game prioritizes frozen enemies over the ground when it's trying to decide where Samus should stand, like what Samus should be standing on, right? So if you freeze this enemy and spin jump in, it prioritizes the frozen enemy here, but I took damage, and I took 0 damage because Zebetites deal 0 damage. Because what happens is if you end up standing on the frozen enemy, you end up inside the Zebetite and you take that damage. Normally you can't take damage from Zebetites because you can't get inside them. But the game is prioritizing Samus standing on that frozen enemy, which puts you inside the Zebetite. Which is why I take that 0 damage, but I get the knockback, right? Then the idea is you want to get iframes then from taking damage from something. That when you stand on the Rinka here, the frozen Rinka, the Zebetite doesn't damage you, right? And you can jump a second time, and since you're inside the Zebetite, you can jump in, tried to stand on the Rinka, took damage because I was inside the Zebetite. But once you're inside the Zebetite, you can do a second jump and just go through it because you're inside it and it's only solid on the outsides. It's not solid from the inside. So the idea is you want to freeze this. You want to get iframes, spin jump into this corner here so that you land on the Rinka. And since the Rinka's frozen, it prioritizes the Rinka over the ground. So you stand on the Rinka, are inside the Zebetite, and you can just jump up through. But if you don't have iframes, you end up taking damage instead if you try to do it. You took damage. You can still use those iframes to get through, but you know, you'll just take damage. And then obviously with like down back Zeb skip and stuff, which is a lot harder and not recommended. It's the same concept. What I like to do is I like to stand here, crouch, freeze this guy, not hold anything, and let the Rinka hit me. And after it hits me, I just like tap left so I land on this right here. You don't want to press it too much, otherwise you're like right up against the wall. Because you just like hold left and you're up against the wall and you can't spin jump. So I just freeze this guy, take my knockback, tap left, so I'm right on the edge here and I have my iframes. From there I do a spin jump in and then I just do a second jump up through the Zebetite. Take damage, tap left, spin jump, and you're through. Oops.